Hi, here's Ella Violet, and this is Melody of Music Quickfire Questions. We will be answering 10 questions made by Melody of Music, and here's the first one. Favorite artist? It's 100% Lana Del Rey, but also Henry Morris and Nessa Barrett, just because of the type of the music and the lyrics. All right, who would you most like to collaborate with? Well, of course, my idols. Like, it would be really dope to collaborate with Nessa Berg, for example, just because the joke literally is influenced by her music. But realistically, maybe with Ollie 69, he was a teacher back in my school time, and he was also one of the people who told me to keep going and making my own music, and that would be really cool, I think. Best concert you've seen? Oh, that's difficult because I've literally visited maybe 2 or 3. I think it would be the first I've seen, and it was maybe 2024, so basically 2 years ago. I was at the Hans Zimmer concert in Hanover, and it was fantastic. I had tears in my eyes. Who inspired you to make music? Probably my father, because he did music himself. He produced music until he stopped eventually, but still, I think this was like an unconscious influence. But then again, I don't know, maybe the singers I've listened to was mostly Rihanna also when I was like 11 or 12. Melody or lyrics first? Of course, lyrics, but I think that with the joke, it was kind of both. Like, I had the idea of the title, the joke, or maybe the line, and also I had the idea for the melody, at least at some parts, but mostly lyrics. What 3 words describe your sound? Dark, dreamy, and melancholic or poetic, something like that. Favorite venue you've performed at? Maybe the Fête de la Musique in Hanover. It was this year, and it was really, really lovely to see the people walking by. It was a really small stage, but anyway, I just performed my songs, and people were passing by or stopping and enjoying the music. Like my music, and I was so happy to see those people just stop and just enjoy what I'm doing. If you could cover any other song featuring a Melody of Music, which would you choose? Well, I took some notes, and first of all, Molly Payton with Corduroy, for example. I love her sound. It's so just my type. Then I also loved I Couldn't Decide. I really loved Delicate Calm Crescendo by Serendipity, and also On My Mind by, I don't know, I'm not sure how to pronounce all the names, but I think it's Dianica, maybe. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. Just type the pronunciation down in the comments. But yeah. What is your favorite song you've written? It must be The Joke, of course. I like that it's something new. But also I love Make Me Feel Alive. I don't know, I just love the sound. I just love the lyrics. I like the metaphors I came up with back in 2023, I think. All right, last but not least, why did you get into music? Well, I think mostly because of some childhood trauma or just experiences I've had in my life, and I think that it influenced me, kind of. Also, I had a friend of mine, and she just told me, yeah, you kind of just started singing just out of nowhere. And I think it has something to do with those experiences. And I think I started to write music, and I loved that. I loved like taking everything out of my mind and bring it into paper, and also then into melody, and sing everything out of my soul, and using this just as therapy. I think many singers and musicians do that, and I do that too. Alright, this was Quick Fire Questions with me, Ella Violet. You can stream my music, look it up, and maybe you will find something that you like.